Up with KREM begins now.
Many college students in eastern Washington are getting ready to head over the mountain passes to return home for winter break. Some families are concerned about the snowy and icy road conditions. And outside, we're kicking off our day with mostly dry skies, but we did see some rain and snow pass through overnight. We'll be talking about if your mountain pass travel plans are going to be impacted over the weekend.
The Vanessa Behan Child Center has a brand new facility. We get a tour of that space and how it can hold 3 times as many children than before.
Get into the holiday spirit next week. Manitoba Park's Christmas lights are coming back. The display is free and open to the community.
There is more than 40,000 Christmas lights. The hours are from noon today until 7 p.m. It's daily until December 22nd. From the 23rd to the end of the year, the hours are noon to 3:30 p.m. But it's closed on Christmas Day, so if you want to get that done a little bit beforehand, I think it's an awesome opportunity to do something because it gets dark so early, right? You can't do anything outside. This is a perfect thing.
My favorite part is, number 1, it's free. Number 2, it's warm in there. It's like
Right.
a lot warmer than it is outside because it's a greenhouse basically. So it's so cool. They decorate everything that you would normally see in the conservatory, but just with a ton of lights, and it's beautiful.
And
Yeah.
free's my favorite number. I don't know
Exactly,
about you guys.
right?
So. All right, Evan, give us a look at the forecast. We are heading into the weekend.
Yeah.
What do we have in store?
So we are starting off the morning with mainly dry conditions, as you can see out there, but overnight leading into this morning, we got quite a bit of rain our way. So we're waking up to, in some areas, fresh snow on the ground from last night, but for most of us, temperatures were warm enough just to sustain more rain than snow. As we start off, though, our Friday morning now, we are encountering just a few snow showers up along the mountaintop. So you can see across the Cascades, we are definitely encountering some snow. Earlier on, our Snow Call Me Pass camera was picking up on a lot of it. If you look over at the Idaho mountains through Lookout Pass, we're also seeing those snow showers continue. So mountaintops continue to see snow for our Friday, but then headed into what looks to be the rest of the weekend. We should be drying out for most of us. 41 degrees is that afternoon high today. In our lowland elevations, we are not going to be encountering all that much. We've got cloudy skies throughout the day today. No strong chance of precipitation except for the occasional snow flurry. Throughout the weekend, the same goes on. We've got 28% of a chance of wet weather for Saturday, 10% for Sunday, 35 as a high for Saturday, and 32 for Sunday. Looks like Sunday will be the better of the 2 days to maybe see the sun come out, but we are still going to encounter those periods of fog along the way. So keep that in mind as you maybe make your travel plans. That snow and fog and limited visibility could be possible at times. You want to take it safe on the roads, but of course enjoy your weekend as mostly dry skies is what we should be encountering. 5:32 right now. Tim, back over to you.
All right, Evan, thank you. The Washington State Nurses Association and Sacred Heart failed to reach an agreement after their 17th negotiation. WSNA says Sacred Heart wants to eliminate existing benefits and dismisses common sense staffing proposals. The union said they're prepared to strike if it comes to that. By federal law, the Nurses Association is required to give 10 days notice ahead of any strike. The Vanessa Behan Crisis Nursery is opening a brand new center with 60 more spaces for kids at risk of abuse or neglect. The new facility is much needed. At one point, the center was turning away 1 in every 3 calls because of lack of space. The center mainly helps newborns 6 years old, newborns to 6-month-olds who are in stressful family environments. The Idaho Department of Transportation and local law enforcement agencies are coming up with creative ways to get people sober rides home this holiday season. The Transportation Department is putting interactive jukeboxes in bars that remind people not to drive drunk. People who take a drunk driving quiz get to play a free song on the jukebox. The jukebox also provides resources on finding a sober ride home. The Spokane Sports Complex hasn't even been built yet, but developers are already getting ready to host the 2022 U.S. Masters Athletics Championships. The Sports Commission just broke ground on the new building yesterday. The U.S. Masters Athletics Championship is a track and field competition for athletes over 35 years old. The complex will also host at least 16 different sports, including volleyball, track and field, basketball, boxing, gymnastics, and judo, among others. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM. Well, many Washington students here on the east side of the state are finishing up finals before heading home for the holidays this weekend. Our sister station in Seattle explains why the snowy conditions on Snoqualmie Pass are a cursing and a blessing.
Snow is yet another example that we can love and hate something at the very same time.
Well, I think it's a matter of perspective. You bring the fun to the mountains. If you come with fun, you leave with fun.
Gretel Dupree and her friend left Seattle early Thursday morning with one goal: get caught in this winter storm system. Perfect weather for snowshoeing.
This is the mother lode. It's coming. We are at the center of what's going to be an epic ski year, snowboard and snowshoeing.
Significantly less fun, though, if you're one of the many drivers that are using Snoqualmie Pass as a means to an end.
Put sandbags in my pickup.
Even less fun for Central Washington and WSU students working their way home for the holidays, not to mention those parents left waiting.
It's definitely a frequent struggle getting home for breaks. If you're not flying, you really do have to plan around the weather.
Back to the good news. Each snowflake that sticks brings us one tiny step closer to the start of ski season, at least at Snoqualmie.
We've been waiting impatiently, I guess, for exactly this, but things are definitely turning around to the right direction now. So the combination of obviously moisture and cold is exactly what we want, and that's what we're starting to get.
And if this pace keeps up, expect his love affair with snow
There can often be quite a big difference between snow level here and on top.
to have a change of heart,
Sometimes double.
from hate to love.
If this keeps up, with this weather cycle being what it is, hopefully sometime in the next coming days we'll get people on these lifts and get them up skiing and snowboarding.
All right, well, it's time for your speed feed stories you'll see on social media this morning, so let's get a look at what's trending. This morning on Twitter, Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson, last night he broke the NFL record for most rushing yards in a single season. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. He is also the first player in history to have at least 5 touchdown passes and 50 rushing yards in multiple games. The Ravens are lucky to have him. You may have seen this video in your newsfeed. Probably, I've seen it all over. A man in Texas is being hailed a hero after he saved this dog. You can see the video right there. It was actually all caught on security camera. A woman was walking her dog and she got into the elevator, but her dog didn't. And just before she had to go up, you can see the guy right there trying to get the leash off of the dog. Luckily, the man grabbed him, took him off the leash, and he ended up being okay.
This is
What a
cringeworthy.
scary, I know.
I saw it yesterday on social media and I kind of watched with my hands over my face because I was just terrified. It's awful. That poor thing had no idea what was going on.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
That guy, imagine if he wasn't there.
Yeah.
It would have ended much differently. So quick thinking and good for him.
When I was looking at it, I saw this yesterday, and they said that the owner then went up to the 6th floor and then came back down and came out and was like bawling and crying.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, I assume because you can see in the video that once he disconnects the leash, it goes flying up to the corner of the elevator.
Oh, I didn't
And
see that part.
Oh, it's horrifying. I was watching that and I was like, I never want to watch this video again.
Well, the dog's okay.
Yeah.
That is the good news.
That is the good news. Moral of the story.
Okay, it is 5:38 right now. Coming up after the break, we're talking weather and what's to come over the course of the weekend.
And Kentucky's governor is restoring voting rights to 1,000 felons who are nonviolent. Washington and Idaho already have a similar law. So this morning we were asking you, should people of convicted felonies be allowed to vote? You can let us know what you think on our KREM 2 mobile app.
And a big congratulations to Susan. You just won 2 Up with KREM coffee mugs, coffee beans, and a gift card to Thomas Hammer Coffee Roasters. If you'd like to win, just enter to win and subscribe to our KREM 2 newsletter or enter on the Up with KREM Facebook page.